So winter's coming along, and there are some important points to note during winter, because winter can be harsh in different parts of the world, and it can be not so winterish in probably if you're staying in the equator. But if you're ever going to venture into something that's cold, stay on for this topic, and we'll just cover a kind of a few basic points as to what to do during winter and some very essential things that you should do. So stay tuned. Okay. Now, a lot of people love to have a hot shower, especially in the cold season, and it's really cold outside, and you say, wow, I just want to get warmed up with the showers. Ooh, it's really cold. Okay. A hot shower is great, but as soon as you finish drying yourself up, wear your clothes or wear something warm, maybe a robe, a bathrobe, or maybe wrap yourself with the towel around your head, around your body. Get warm, okay? Because what can happen is, as soon as you step out of a very hot shower and you step into a room that is probably very cold, you can start to get, muscle pains. Your muscles might just cramp up, and you'll get a pain, and you'll have a sore back. Things like this happen. More often, what happens is people uh, catch a cold or a cough because of this. Okay. And if you've been, very active the previous day, really tired, you just got up, you've not had enough sleep, said, okay, I'm just going to go wake up, have a hot shower, and come out, you will be more susceptible. So if you've not got enough sleep, so to avoid any of these problems, the thing you should do is keep a bathrobe or keep your clothes ready. And, as soon as you're done wiping yourself dry enough, get your shirt and your trouser on, or if you're wearing anything else, more complicated than that, just make sure you've got your back covered. Okay. And if you can't do that, just take a towel and wrap it around your shoulders like this, at least do that, because that's where a lot of things happen at the back. Your lungs are there. A lot of your muscles around your spine are there, and they kind of will take the brunt of it. Okay. Now, there are some people, of course, they say, okay, it's nice cold weather, and gym is a good thing to go and do. But a lot of gyms, what happens is they are heated, and after your workout, your body has generated a lot of heat. So your body is already stressed out a little bit. Okay. And your body has gotten to a kind of a stage where it's now into a rest state when you step out of the gym. And that's the time. I don't care whether it's winter or summer or autumn or whatever the season is, always wear a jacket, because anytime you step out, you're going to perspire and your body is going to cool down. And while that happens, the same thing happens like when you get out of a hot shower. Okay. But here it's a little more tricky, because you have spent some energy. Your body is tired. Okay. And that's why it's recommended, no matter how hot it is, just wear that jacket, for 10-15 minutes, so that your body gets acclimatized to the outside weather. And the body has time to, take its glucose reserves and, build up the energy that the body needs. Immediately after the gym, your body is going to be slightly depleted. Your cells are going to have pushed its nutrients and its stuff in a different direction altogether. Okay. So don't forget to do this, especially in winters. Wear that jacket. Okay. Okay. Like I said, hot showers, not only can they cause problems when you step out into a colder room, they usually deplete a lot of your essential oils. Okay. And during winter time, it's usually, rather dry, and moisture gets sucked out very easily. So moisturize after a hot shower. It's a good habit. Otherwise, your skin will start to dry up, and that's not really good for the elasticity of the skin. Okay. Uh, and many people have told you, wear darker clothes. Okay. During winter. Okay. Obviously, because it absorbs more heat. Darker colors absorb more heat, and etc. etc. You can go back to your physics class and find out why. But wear darker clothes. Okay. Especially in winter. It'll keep if you get a little sunlight, or if you're close to something like a hot stove or a heater that's there, in-house heaters and things, the clothes will kind of warm up. Now, sometimes you may say, oh, it's really cold, and let's say you're in a very snowy condition and all that. Some people do is they have, they have these black woolen jackets or dark gray ones. They actually take an iron and run over it because they make the coat warm so that when they step out, there's that kind of heat. Okay. Um, Another thing that you can do is keep your window curtains drawn during winter. That means keep the curtains open, windows closed, okay, obviously, uh, and let the sunlight come in. Okay, this will kind of keep the house rather generally a little warmer than it ought to be. Okay, and so that in the night, of course, the retention of heat inside uh, the building will kind of make it a little easier. And if you're in a very cold climate where you need to use heating, it'll also reduce your heating bill. So it's a good thing to keep your windows drawn. Just remember, especially keep the windows which are facing the south, keep them open because that's where you'll get most sunlight during winter. Okay. Now, of course, frostbites are a very common thing in snowy conditions and sub-zero temperatures. If you touch anything metallic, and you don't even have to touch anything metallic, you can get frostbitten. And so, always wear good quality especially in snowy conditions. Make sure you've got very warm socks and things like that. Woolen, especially, they're really good, and well insulated shoes, muffler, earmuffs, and definitely wear gloves. Gloves kind of saves you from a lot of trouble. It might be difficult for you to handle things like where are my keys and all that, but you'll get used to it, and it's better than getting frostbitten. And obviously, in very, 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 very cold conditions like -20 and -30 and below, frostbite is something that can definitely happen. And if you expose yourself for too long, so make sure that you're well packed and you've got enough clothing. And definitely, people tend to forget about how good their shoes are. So make sure shoes are also good. Okay, that they can absorb that, keep that heat within the body. Now, what can we do as far as food is concerned? Okay. Now, omega-3 capsules are really good for generating heat in the body. Yeah, absolutely. So, in snowy conditions, and you think, oh, it's really cold out there, typically people can take 2 or 3 of these capsules, 3 being meat very, very cold. Okay. Body will generate a lot of heat to that. Vitamin B also helps the cell generate energy, and so that also in turn creates heat. So a combination of omega-3 and vitamin B during cold weather is a good cocktail to arm yourself with, and keep them handy with you during winter time. And it can save you a lot of shivering evenings because of it. Now, chicken also as a meat, if you are non-vegetarian, is an excellent source of generating body heat. Now you've got to typically eat a lot of it. You'll have to eat at least 500 to 600 grams of chicken to really see the effect, especially when it's sub -10, -20. This is something you can actually eat. Okay. Some people have ginger chicken because the combination of ginger also generates body heat, and it's a very healing kind of a heat. So sometimes people have chicken ginger broth. Okay, and of course you still need a good helping of chicken for this. So just remember, you're about 3 or 4 pieces of chicken that have to go down. So probably about 400-500 grams. More the better. If you really think you're going to be in outside in the cold, in the snow for a very long time, eat as much as you can. Okay. And of course, hot ginger tea is something really nice to have. Ginger milk tea. Okay. So that's something you can do. So if there's anything else that you can think that will help you keep you warm, good blankets, very, very essential. Make sure that your blanket is relatively new, because older blankets, if they're very old, they may not have as much as heat retention as a new one, because the fibers start to loosen and there's a lot of air gaps, and it slowly loses its ability to retain heat. Another trick is if you're stuck without a blanket and it's extremely cold, and let's say you have 2 bed sheets, then what you can do is you can sandwich some newspaper sheets in between these two sheets and cover yourself. Okay, the paper will act as a good insulator, so that's a kind of a quick remedy in case you get stuck somewhere and there's just there's no blanket, and you probably have a jacket or something and you're still feeling cold. You can actually get some newspaper and wrap it inside your jacket, or put it in between your bed sheets. Or it's good to sandwich it because the paper will tear. So that's one kind of a trick that you can use. And of course, there are a lot of thermal blankets and things like that are available. You can heated blankets as well, which are connect with electricity, and it keeps you warm. But those are for very extreme conditions. And in most tropical climates, hardly ever you need to use this. But if you ever have to get to a place where you're stuck somewhere and you just unexpectedly got stuck in cold, these are a couple of things that you can keep handy. So I hope you found this useful, and do share your comments. And remember, the last laugh is for the people who follow the dynamic vitality model. So I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.